Hey guys, it's the Plum Dot here and welcome back to my channel for another video. Now, some of you guys asked how I actually install custom content in my game, so I wanted to make a video showing that, and especially you guys wanted to know how to download from the Sims resource, so I will be showing you that. And another thing that I want to show you guys is how to steal CC from lots. Now you guys are probably wondering why you would ever want to do that, but I talked a little bit about it in my Christmas collab video with Zin Simmer, where I actually downloaded a ruby red lot just so I could get a particular piece of CC into my game. Now you guys are probably wondering, why wouldn't you want the whole house? Ruby red makes some amazingly beautiful houses and builds, but they are chock full of CC, and I honestly don't think my game could handle it. So sometimes I like to pick through her builds and pick things out that I do want in my game. So I'm going to be using her New York loft as an example when we get to that particular part. Now there are some programs that you're going to need in order to do this, and I will link them down below in the description. But the first one is the pack Multi-Extractor by Delphi, and what this does is it takes Sims 3 packs and converts them to packages, and then you put them in your mods folder and they're in your game and out of your launcher. And then the next one is CC Magic. Now I'm not going to go in depth on how to use CC Magic. I'll link a couple tutorials about where I learned how to use CC Magic to help you guys out, but I'm not going to go in depth. And then the last program that I will be linking below is Lightshot, which is a customizable screenshot sort of taker, and it'll make more sense as to why I need these. So I just want to put out a disclaimer that this is how I download CC and what I do with it. I personally don't put anything in my launcher because it can bloat it, it can slow it down and make your game run slow. The only exception to that rule is custom creative patterns. There is a way to convert those into packages to keep them out of your launcher, but it involves going into files that are completely above my head, and it makes my brain fried. So I don't mess with any in-game files because it scares the bejesus out of me, to be honest. So that is the only exception to that rule, and at the moment I believe I only have one custom creative pattern in my actual launcher. The only other thing in my launcher is store content. Everything else goes into my mods folder. So let's get started. Let's first go over to the Sims resource. Now I wanted some toddler CC because in my Simon Says challenge, Sabella, my founder, is pregnant, so at some point there's going to be toddlers running around, so I thought I would download some cute CC for that. So normally I have an ad blocker on, but the Sims resource can detect when you have an ad blocker on, so I just turn it off when I go to download things from here, and I make sure not to click on any of the links. So what I do first, because I am pretty organized when it comes to my CC and I want to know where it comes from, I actually use Lightshot. So I've downloaded it onto my computer, obviously, and I just click print screen, and it grays out my entire screen, and then I just take a screenshot of this and label it Lilka toddler sandals. So that's what I do for all of my CC, just so I know what I'm downloading. So I go and I click the download button, and you should see this screen where it says, first, a word from our sponsors, time remaining 7 seconds. And this is just because I don't have a premium account, and I'm willing to wait 10 seconds instead of paying $5 per month. So move on to the next one, and we just do the same thing. These cute little sneakers by Mirmankova. So Minkova toddler sneakers, and this will all make sense in a moment as to why I'm taking screenshots. But so click the download button again. So that's the Sims resource and how you download from there. And as you can see, they're showing up down here in my little toolbar. So let's say I wanted to go to Tumblr and I wanted to download something from Tumblr. So I've searched through SS Vitlin's Tumblr because that is the place to start when you go for CC searches, and I'll link her Tumblr down below. She's got it all beautifully organized for you. And so I went to the toddler hairs and I found this that I thought was sort of cute. So I want the toddler version. So first of all, of course, we're going to use Lightshot and take a picture, and it is by Ifka Sims. Ifka Sims Aspatami Lavender. Okay, so we've got a picture of that, and then I just go to the download button for toddler, open that, and it's already downloaded for me. Sometimes it does that with the Sims share file, but you can see that it's already downloaded, and you can see that this one is actually already in package form, whereas the ones that I downloaded from the Sims resource are a .sims3 package. So again, I will show you how to convert them from a Sims 3 pack into a package file. So that's that one. And then I also found another thing on SSS Fitlin's Tumblr that led me to this cute Newsy Gaze retexture. So I'm going to go ahead and light shot this. And it is by Descargas Sims. I'm totally butchering these names. So it's a Newsy Gaze retexture for toddlers. So that's that, and then I'm going to go to Sim share file because I prefer it, and we're just going to wait. Now this is an AdFly, and I know people say that AdFly is super bad, and I usually don't go to AdFly sites, but I just click skip, and I've never had any troubles, but that's just me. Again, this is how I do it, so if you're not comfortable with AdFlies, definitely don't download it. So just click the download button, and this one is something that's going to have to be unzipped, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So we've got that, we've got all of our Sims resource, and so we're going to start with the package files from the Sims resource. So show in folder, and it is this one, and I'm just going to cut them, and I'm going to create a new folder and just name it toddler stuff, and I'm going to paste it in there. So that is in there. So how I want to convert it is that I have opened Delphi's Sims 3 pack Multi-Extractor, which is here. So I just go to browse, and I'm on my desktop where I have made the new folder, and I just go to toddler stuff, I hit OK, and then it asks where you want to extract it to, and I extract it to the exact same place where I got it from. Or yeah, so toddler stuff, and then you click extract, and then there it is. And now these two pieces of CC are now in package form. So I go into my mods folder, so documents, Electronic Arts, Sims 3, and then I go down to mods, and then I go into my packages. So I'm pretty anal about how I organize my CC. Usually it's more organized than this, but I've got defaults, miscellaneous, mods, patterns, poses, Sims, skins, sliders, testing. Now testing is where I put most of my CC that I want to try out in the game before I decide whether to keep it or get rid of it. And then I've got a toddler CC folder because I've just recently been on sort of a toddler downloading spree. Not a massive one, but yes. So I'm just going to put these two packages that I've converted into my toddler CC. And then I'm going to go to Lightshot, which is usually found under Documents, again, once you install it. And I'm going to find these two packages, the two pictures that I took. So it was this one, and the other one was... where did it go? There. Duh. And then I'm just going to move these over to here. Now, the reason why I take pictures of all of my CC that I download is so I know exactly what I'm downloading. Sometimes the descriptions don't match what exactly you downloaded. So I like to have a picture as a reference, but that's just me. Some people might say that's a bit OTT, but I just like to be a little bit more organized that way. So that's how you basically convert from a Sims 3 pack into a package file and where it goes. But we're just going to go back and we're going to do the other ones. So this one that I downloaded from Ifka Sims is actually already in package form. So the only thing that I need to do is just cut it and then paste it where I want it to go in my mods folder. So again, I'm going to put it back in the toddler CC and I'm going to find the corresponding picture and just move it over there. It's that simple. Now this last one that is a package file, or sorry, is a zipped file, you need to have something like, I think I use 7-zip. Let's look. It's a RAR file, which means it's like been compressed. So yeah, I use 7-zip to unzip any of my files. I think you can use things like WinRAR as well, and I know some people use that. But all I do to unzip this file is I right click. Let's go step by step. I right click and then I go to 7-zip and then I go to extract files and then click on these little 3 dots here and then I just extract it to my desktop. So it's extracted to my desktop. And where did it go? It's here. So I just open up that file, open it up again. Now she has already converted it into a package file. You've got the option. So if for some reason there was only the Sims 3 pack here, you would use Delphi's extractor in order to convert it from a Sims 3 pack into a package file. But because the package files are already here, and she also put a JPEG, I'm just going to select those, cut, and then paste them into my toddler CC. And you can see that she's already got the picture there, so I don't really need the Lightshot picture, but I always take them just in case. So that is basically how you get CC into your game without having to go through your launcher, which, like I said, for me is a big no-no. So what do I do with the remaining packages? Again, I'm a little bit anal, so I just go into, I've got a backup called Feeney's Sidekick, which my computer's name is Feeny. So I just go into my custom content and my Sims 3 packs, where I keep all the Sims 3 packs that I do download, and then I'm just going to cut from here and paste them in there. So if ever I lose my CC, I do have a backup and I can just repeat the process again. And that is basically it. And that's where all of my package folders live. So how do we steal CC from a lot? That's the next question. So like I said, we're going to be using Ruby Red's New York Loft as an example. Now, if any of you guys have ever downloaded one of her homes, you know that they are just full of custom content because they are absolutely beautiful. They're gorgeous. And another thing that I want to say about Sims 3 packs that have custom content in them, most of the custom content should be included in the package, but sometimes it's not. So that can be a little bit of a bummer. But let's say you see something that you really like in the house, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what made me download this home, but I have downloaded it. So this is where CC magic comes in. And again, I'm not going to do an in-depth tutorial on how to use it, but I will link some down below. So what I actually do is I open my CC magic. There it is. And so it's open. This is what the dashboard looks like as it's importing everything, but I will show you the steps on how to get particular items in your game, and it is a little bit tedious. So I'm sorry, and this is really the reason that you would really use this sort of method is if an item in game wasn't labeled, for example, and you couldn't search it, or if somebody puts up a house and they don't tell you where the item comes from. So the first thing that we are going to do is obviously you download it. So I have downloaded it and I've got it on my desktop ready to go. So I use Delphi's extractor again. So we're going to browse and we're going to go to RR and just extract it to the exact same place and hit extract. Now this is going to take a while because let me tell you, there are a lot of files with this home. So here we go, extract. Right, so there are 377 items of CC on this lot. Now you can usually tell which one is the actual lot because it'll be the biggest number here. So that possibly could be the lot, but I'm assuming it's going to be that one. That's the lot. But anyway, how we get around this and how we get it into CC Magic to actually take a look at it is, so I go into Documents, Electronic Arts, The Sims 3, and I go into my downloads folder. Now there should only be this item in your downloads folder. Anything else you can really delete out of your folder. So I just take all of these packages and I copy them. I don't cut them, I copy them because I like to have a backup of everything that I do. So I'm going to paste them in here. So they're all there and I go back to CC Magic and I click refresh. So basically that has taken everything from my downloads folder and put it into CC Magic. And if you're lucky, there will be pictures and also a brief description of what it actually is that you're downloading. And that one will most likely be the lot because it doesn't know what category to put it into. So you can see you've got objects, you've got patterns, and that's about it that'll show up. And sometimes you have these unknown ones. So I'm just going to download, scroll. Okay, let's say I wanted to download this dining room table, and you can see that there is a title for it and also the description for it. But obviously with the package files and the names, you don't know which is which. So what I have to do, and this is where it is tedious, especially if you're taking loads of items from a big lot like this, you actually have to go to the search bar and type in this file number and letter combination here, this package file number and letter combination. So it is 0x66A, and then it'll come up eventually. So what I do is I just cut this and then I go back into my mods folder and let's just say we've got a new folder and it's New York Loft. So I paste the file in here and I know that it is Cashcraft's dining room table. So I just relabel it Cashcraft's dining table. So then there it is. And now it is in my game where I want it. And you have to do that for each package file. So I know it is very, very tedious, but if you're tenacious enough and you want to go through all of these, then that's what you do. And then when I'm finished, all that I do is I just select everything and I'll show you if it'll work. Select. So there's 209 selected and I just delete it from there because I don't want everything to go into my CC Magic. Like I said, this isn't foolproof. This is just my own little way that I found to take items that aren't necessarily identifiable in game and aren't labeled and put them in package form in my mods folder. So I hope that it all made sense. And if not, and if you don't want to do this, you can just ignore this half of the tutorial. But I think I've rambled quite enough. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to pop them below in the comments. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this tutorial up. Let me know if you guys would like to see any more tutorials from me. And if you enjoyed this one, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below in the comments. And if you guys aren't already subscribed and you like what you see, why don't you go ahead and hit that button. Don't be a plum stranger now, guys.